तुम बोलो। तुम बोलो। हाँ।
हेलो। हेलो। माइक चेक।
हाँ।
ठीक।
ठीक ठीक।
फिर लिखवा देते तो अच्छा रहता। ठीक है, लिखवाने वाला है क्योंकि इनको दे दिया। हाँ, वही। अरे यार, भाई साहब, ए,
महीने से किराया नहीं दी लोग, बिना किराया कि तुम लोग रह रहे
हाँ,
हो।
मैं तो हाँ, बात तो वैसे ही। आपके पास हिसाब है तो मतलब ज्यादा
हम्म।
लिखवा दीजिए हम। नहीं नहीं नहीं, अब बात इस बारे में विचार नहीं।
तो सुनाई दिया। हाँ?
ये बोल रहा था माइक पे तो सुनाई तो दे रहा था। हाँ ये बोला था। आ गया। 267 5
अभी के लिए बीच बंद हुआ तो वही मतलब
किसको मिला के दे रहे
आप लोग हम भी कर लेते हैं भाई, ये बुरा मान जाएंगे। हमारी आपकी चाय ड्यू है। कब आएंगे? नहीं आएंगे तो मैं अपने यहाँ चाय पिलाऊंगा। ड्यू का मतलब हम पिलाएंगे। ये लोग तो पिलाना, हाईकोर्ट में पिलाना पिलाना बंद कर। अभी अभी आए।
my esteemed brother, Justice D. Ramesh, my esteemed sister and brother judges, Sri Shiv Kumar Pal, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Sri Amit Saxena, Additional Advocate General, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Sri Rakesh Pandey, President, Allahabad High Court Bar Association, Sri Sagir Ahmed, President, Advocates Association, High Court, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, officers of the registry, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled here to bid an affectionate farewell to Brother Justice D. Ramesh on his repatriation to his parent High Court of Andhra Pradesh. Today marks an occasion not just to bid farewell, but to express our appreciation, extend our best wishes, and reflect on the contributions made by our esteemed colleague. Summarizing his long and illustrious journey in the legal field in few words is very difficult. Though my association with him has been relatively short, but it has been a long-lasting. Justice Ramesh was born on June 27, 1965 in Kammapalli village located in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh. He hails from a respected and humble family, being the son of late Shri D.V. Narayana Naidu, who was an engineer in Panchayat Raj Department, and late Srimati Annapurnamma, who was a housewife. Both were instrumental in shaping his values of integrity and compassion, qualities that later defined his distinguished judicial career. Justice Ramesh, after completing his graduation from Sri Venkateshwara Arts College, Tirupati, obtained his LLB degree from VR College, Law College, Nellore in 1990. In the same year, he got himself enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh and commenced his legal practice at the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad. He began his professional journey under guidance of Sri P.S. Narayana, gaining valuable experience in diverse branches of law. During a distinguished practice, he served as government pleader for services from December 2000 to 2004. He was later appointed as standing counsel for the AP Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan in 2007, a position he held with distinction until 2013. In recognition of his professional competence and integrity, he was appointed as a special government pleader attached to the Office of Advocate General in 2014, where he continued to serve with distinction until May 2019. During his years of practice as a lawyer, Justice Ramesh exemplified hard work, professional competence, and a deep sense of integrity and commitment to the legal profession. His extensive practice, sound legal acumen, and valuable contribution to the field of law earned him well-deserved recognition, culminating in his elevation as a judge of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh on January 13, 2020. He was subsequently transferred to this court on July 24, 2023, where he continued to uphold his judicial excellence. During his tenure as a judge of this court, Justice Ramesh demonstrated full command over both civil and criminal matters. He efficiently dealt with a wide range of legal issues while sitting on single and division benches and disposed of a large number of civil and criminal cases. His sound legal acumen and courteous demeanor has always been appreciated by the bar. Justice Ramesh has delivered several important judgments which find place in law journals. His judgments are based on sound reasoning and detailed consideration. In a service matter, Ram Naresh and others were the state of UP, wherein challenge was made to unilateral alteration of the date of birth of the petitioners in the service book by the respondents based on the resolution passed by the Nagar Nigam, thereby reducing their service tenure from 2 to 8 years. Justice Ramesh, after discussing the provisions of UP recruitment to services, determination of date of birth rules, and note therein, held that unilateral action of the respondents in changing the date of birth is contrary to the rules and is in violation of principles of natural justice, and consequently permitted the petitioners to continue in service until the age of superannuation recorded in their original service book. In another service matter, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Singh versus BHU, the petitioner, who was appointed as lecturer on contract basis, challenged the order terminating his contract, wherein the allegations of not attending the classes regularly and indiscipline were leveled against him. Justice Ramesh, finding that the orders are punitive in nature and stigmatic, contrary to the dictum of Honorable Supreme Court in K. Raghupati and Deepti Prakash Banerjee, and the university has not followed the due procedure before terminating the services of the petitioner, quashed the orders and directed the respondents to reinstate the petitioner into services. Justice Ramesh also held responsibilities on the administrative side. I have no hesitation in saying that Justice Ramesh discharged his judicial and administrative functions, which enhance the image, reputation, and prestige of the Allahabad High Court in the eyes of the public. His distinguished and outstanding services shall always be remembered. Justice Ramesh will always be recalled as a soft-spoken and sober judge. He has always been courteous and polite, treating every member of the bar, officers, and staff of the court, be it senior or junior, with all humility alike. He has always shown fairness, respect, and dignity to everyone, whoever appeared in his court. Srimati Shobha Donadi, the better half of Justice Ramesh, has been a constant source of strength and inspiration throughout his journey. He is a proud father of daughter Srimati Latika. At this juncture, as Justice Ramesh is repatriated to his parent High Court, the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, we find ourselves experiencing a mix of emotions. While it is indeed difficult to bid farewell to a respected colleague whose presence has enriched this court, there is a deep sense of joy and pride as he is returning to his roots, the place where his distinguished judicial journey first began. Parting from the familiar surroundings, colleagues, and the friends built over time fills us with a sense of nostalgia, yet the thought that he is returning to his home court to continue serving with the same distinction and wisdom brings warmth and satisfaction. Such transitions, though inevitable in life of a judge, are moments that inspire both respect, reflection, and renewed hope for continued excellence. Andhra Pradesh High Court's gain would be our loss. Parting is always painful, but we assure Brother Ramesh that he would always remain in our hearts. As he prepares to leave us today, we will certainly miss his presence. I, on my behalf and on behalf of my esteemed colleagues on the bench, pray Almighty God to shower His choicest blessings upon him for a successful and glorious tenure as Judge of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh.
माननीय मुख्य न्यायमूर्ति महोदय व अन्य न्यायमूर्तिगण, उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के अपर महाधिवक्ता श्री रमेश सक्सेना जी, इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन के अध्यक्ष वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता श्री राकेश पांडे जी, एडेक्वेट एसोसिएशन के सम्मानित अध्यक्ष वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता श्री सगीर अहमद जी एवं बार के अन्य पदाधिकारीगण, साथ ही इस हाल में उपस्थित विद्वान अधिवक्ता वृंद एवं उपस्थित सभी अतिथिगण, आज जिनका फेयरवेल विदाई का कार्यक्रम है, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री डोनाडी रमेश जी, आज हम सभी यहाँ माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री डोनाडी रमेश जी के माननीय आंध्र प्रदेश उच्च न्यायालय में न्यायमूर्ति के रूप में स्थानांतरित होने पर विदाई समारोह के अवसर पर एकत्र हुए हैं। यहाँ हमारे लिए मिश्रित भावनाओं एवं भावुकता से भरा हुआ अवसर है। इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय से आज हम अपने एक विद्वान, विनम्र एवं न्याय प्रिय न्यायमूर्ति को विदा कर रहे हैं। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति रमेश जी अपने अल्प कार्यकाल में ही इस न्यायालय में जिस प्रकार की गंभीरता और संवेदनशीलता के साथ न्यायिक दायित्वों का निर्वहन किया, वो हम सभी के लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत रहा है। आपके निर्णयों में कानून की गहराई के साथ साथ मानवीय दृष्टिकोण सदैव परिलक्षित हुआ। आपने हमेशा ये दिखाया कि न्याय केवल तकनीकी प्रावधानों का पालन नहीं, अपितु समाज में संतुलन एवं विश्वास की स्थापना का माध्यम। इस अवसर पर मैं अपील संख्या 576 आप 1924 प्रियंका अग्रवाल बनाम अभिषेक अग्रवाल में पारित आपके निर्णय का उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा, जिसमें आपने प्रतिपादित किया कि ट्रायल कोर्ट में कस्टडी केस के लंबित रहने के दौरान बच्चे को अपने माता पिता को जानने और उनसे मिलने का अधिकार है। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति महोदय, आपकी सरलता, विनम्रता एवं आत्मीय व्यवहार ने न केवल अधिवक्ताओं को प्रभावित किया, बल्कि न्यायालय के प्रत्येक सदस्य के हृदय में आपके प्रति गहरा सम्मान उत्पन्न किया। विदाई के इस क्षण में मैं अपने एवं भारत सरकार का उच्च न्यायालय में प्रतिनिधित्व करने वाले समस्त अधिवक्ता साथियों की तरफ से आपको अपनी हार्दिक श्रद्धा, सम्मान एवं शुभकामनाएं अर्पित करता हूं और आपके उज्जवल भविष्य, उत्तम स्वास्थ्य एवं निरंतर सफलता की हार्दिक कामना करता हूं।
My Lord Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Ramesh, all the honorable judges in the dais, Shri S.K. Pal, representing the SJI, Mr. Rakesh Pandey, Senior Advocate, along with President of the Advocates Association, respected Senior Advocates, the Bar, members of the RSP, my dear friends. I, on behalf of the Advocate General of the State of UP, stand here on this occasion with a marked sense of respect and admiration as we come together to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Ramesh, a jurist who has served this institution with distinction, composure, and an unwavering sense of duty. As his lordship now steps into a new phase of life, we gather not merely to mark his repatriation to his parent High Court, but to celebrate a career that exemplified diligence, integrity, and fidelity to law. I would skip the introduction part of his legal progression because that has been so aptly summed up earlier. I can only say that throughout his tenure on the bench, his lordship's judgments have reflected a deep understanding of the constitutional philosophy and statutory interpretations. His approach to adjudication has been guided by clarity of reasoning and judicial restraint, ensuring that every decision was grounded in principles and tempered by equity. Members of the bar will long remember his lordship for his measured patience in hearing, courteous engagement with counsels, and his insistence that arguments must be met with reason and respect. His courtroom conduct embodied the finest traditions of the judicial decorum and civility. As we bid farewell today, we express our sincere gratitude for the service his lordship has rendered to the cause of justice. The dedication and commitment with which he has discharged his judicial duties will continue to guide future generations of lawyers. In his a little more than 2 years of distinguished service in this court, Justice Ramesh has not only delivered justice with clarity and commitment, but has also left an indelible mark on all through his remarkable temperament. We will always remember his easy demeanor and that characteristic ever-present smiling face which brought a reassuring calmness to even the most intensely contested matters. His judicial conduct was a masterclass in patience, for never once did we hear an agitated tone. He approached every file in counsel with regard, diligence, and a profound commitment to the law, setting a high standard for the classic 2 years of justice he rendered here. While we are indeed saddened by my lord's departure from Allahabad, we extend our warmest wishes for a very successful tenure ahead and thank him for his profound contribution to our institution, that is Allahabad High Court. Jai Hind. Honorable the Chief Justice, honorable judges on the dais, especially Honorable Justice Donadi Ramesh, learned Additional Solicitor General of India, represented by Shri Shiv Kumar Pal ji, learned Advocate General, represented by Shri Amit Saxena ji, Additional Advocate General, President Advocates Association, Shri Sagir Ahmad ji, Secretary Advocates Association, Vishan Giri ji, Secretary of the High Court Bar Association, Shri Akhilesh Shukla ji, officers of the registry, learned members of the bar, and distinguished gathering present in this august hall. Wish you all a pleasant evening. We have gathered here to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Donadi Ramesh. Justice Ramesh has been repatriated to his parent High Court, and we have a feeling that one of our own has been transferred out of our High Court. It is rare for a person to come to a new High Court and adjust and assimilate to become a part of the new High Court and be accepted by lawyers with whom he has never interacted as a brother lawyer. The credit goes entirely to Mr. Justice Donadi Ramesh that after joining at Allahabad on 24th July 23, within a short span of time, he endeared himself to the entire bar. His courteous manner, his upright demeanor, and dispensation of justice with empathy endeared him to the entire bar and earned his appreciation and respect from the bar. Personally, I can say that appearing before Honorable Mr. Justice Donadi Ramesh used to be a pleasure. Such a positive frame of mind, such a desire to do justice, empathy for fellow citizens indicate his humane qualities. His educational qualifications, the date of his elevation are all available on the internet and need not be repeated. A farewell to Honorable Justice Donadi Ramesh would not be complete without referring to his wonderful personality as a judge and fellow human being. His demeanor in court and outside was always that of a perfect gentleman and an ideal judge. We bid you farewell with the regret that we could not host you at the bar despite our best intentions to invite you to our association. However, we will not say goodbye and instead sign off, wishing you bon voyage with the hope that you will visit the bar as soon as time permits. Thanks.
माननीय मुख्य न्यायाधीश एवं माननीय न्यायाधीशगण, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति डोनाडी रमेश जी और उनके सम्मानित परिवारीजन, श्रीमान महान्यायाधिकर्ता भारत सरकार श्री S.K. पाल जी, श्रीमान महाधिवक्ता अपर महाधिवक्ता उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार अमित सक्सेना जी, श्री राकेश पांडे अध्यक्ष हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन, श्री अखिलेश शर्मा सचिव हाईकोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन, रजिस्ट्री के सम्मानित सदस्यगण, सम्मानित वरिष्ठ अधिवक्तागण एवं देवियों और सज्जनों तथा बार के विद्वान सदस्यगण, हम आज यहाँ माननीय न्यायमूर्ति डोनाडी रमेश जी के विदाई समारोह के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय तीर्थराज धाम प्रयागराज की पावन भूमि पर स्थित है। तीर्थराज प्रयागराज धाम का दृश्य सृष्टि के निर्माण काल से ही एक स्वर्णिम गौरवमय इतिहास है। तीर्थराज धाम प्रयागराज में 3 पवित्र नदियां संगम, यमुना और सरस्वती का संगम होता है, इसलिए ये स्थान त्रिवेणी के नाम से भी विश्वविख्यात है। प्रत्येक मनुष्य की तीर्थराज धाम प्रयागराज में आकर पुण्य प्राप्त करने की इच्छा होती है और यहाँ आकर धन्य हो जाते हैं और माननीय उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद आकर वादकारी गण न्याय प्राप्त करते हैं। माननीय न्यायाधीश महोदय, यह इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय और बार के सदस्यों के लिए एक गौरवशाली क्षण रहा है। माननीय न्यायाधीश महोदय यहाँ पधारे और उन्होंने एक माननीय न्यायाधीश के रूप में न्याय के लिए कार्य किया और माननीय न्यायाधीश महोदय का बार के सदस्यों के हृदय में सर्वोच्च सम्मान है। माननीय न्यायाधीश महोदय ने सदैव न्याय के लिए कार्य किया है। माननीय न्यायाधीश का व्यवहार बहुत सरल, सहज और सहयोगात्मक रहा है। माननीय न्यायाधीश महोदय का कार्यकाल बार के सम्मानित सदस्यों द्वारा सदैव स्मरणीय रहेगा। मैं एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन के सम्मानित सदस्यों की ओर से आपके प्रति कृतज्ञता एवं हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। ईश्वर से मैं प्रार्थना करता हूं कि ये प्रभु न्यायमूर्ति और उनका परिवारी जन सदैव सुखमय, स्वस्थ और दीर्घायु रहें। माननीय मुख्य न्यायमूर्ति, सहयोगी न्यायमूर्ति और उपस्थित समस्त सम्मानित अधिवक्तागण, रजिस्ट्री के सदस्यों को मेरी ओर से दीपावली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Chief Justice Mr. Arun Bansali, esteemed brother and sister judges, and respected Shri Shiv Kumar Pal, Deputy Solicitor General of India, respected Shri Amit Saxena, Additional Advocate General, and all other Additional Advocate Generals gracing this occasion. Shri Rakesh Pandey, President, High Court Bar Association, Shri Sagir Ahmad, President, Advocates Association, Senior Counsels, members of the bar, officers of the registry and staff, and all colleagues presented here in today. Sincerely, I thank everyone who spoke good about me, though I am not deserved for it. I stand before you on this occasion of farewell
not with any sense of parting, but with a heart full of gratitude and humility. Every transfer in judicial life reminds us that while our service in a particular place may be temporary, the institution itself is permanent. Judges come and go, but High Court continues its noble duty of dispensing with justice, generation after generation. When I first received the order of transferring me to this High Court, I felt a mixture of honor and apprehension. Honor because it is no small privilege to serve in this court of great legacy. Apprehension because I was aware of one of my personal limitations, my lack of fluency in Hindi. I knew that this could present challenges not only inside the courtroom but also outside of it. For a judge, language is not merely a tool. It is the very instrument of justice. Every word matters. Thus, to serve in a region where the local language is not one's own requires both courage and humility. In the courtroom, this limitation was felt most directly. Counsels argued passionately and often in Hindi, rapid Hindi, presenting nuanced legal and factual submissions. While the judgments were in English, the records, the living dialogue of the courtroom was predominantly in Hindi. There were moments when I had to strain to capture the phrase nuance or request of repetition. At such times, I wondered whether my lack of fluency might create a distance between me and the arguments placed before me. But every such difficulty was met with the patience of the bar and the courtesy of the counsels, who took care to ensure that their submissions were understood. The preparation of judgments too came with its own challenges. Though the judgments were written in English, a judge must fully grasp the submissions made in court. The task before me was to ensure that no nuance was lost in translation. This often required longer preparation and attentive listening in court. What might have taken less time for others required more for me. Yet I considered this is not a burden, but a responsibility. For justice cannot be compromised merely because of judge has a limitation of language. The registry staff of court officials too were accustomed to functioning largely in Hindi. In day-to-day interactions, small difficulties would arise, sometimes in understanding, sometimes in expression. Yet never did I feel handicapped because they too went out of their way to bridge the gap. Their support and cooperation ensured that the smooth functioning of the court was not interrupted, never interrupted. Outside the court, in social and the cultural life, the barrier of language is also evident. In informal conversations, in local gatherings, and even in simple day-to-day exchanges, I was often reminded of my outsider status. Yet this never turned into isolation because of my brother judges and more particularly of our expat group. This entire experience taught me a proud lesson. Justice knows no language. The principle of fairness, equity, and compassion transcend linguistic boundaries. A litigant does not seek judgment in a particular language. He seeks fairness, understanding, and relief. In that sense, the language is the medium, but justice is the message. Serving here deepened my conviction that while words may differ, the essence of justice remains universal. My tenure here also made me reflect deeply on the unity in diversity of our judicial system. Each high court has its own language, traditions, and local culture. Yet, together, they form one unified system under the Constitution. Serving outside my home state gave me the rare opportunity to witness this diversity firsthand. I also place on record my appreciation for my esteemed colleagues, the brother and sister judges with whom I had the privilege to sit and deliberate. Their wisdom, patience, and camaraderie have been a source of strength. To learn members of the bar, I express my heartfelt gratitude. You extended to me the patience and courtesy, sometimes repeating your submissions, sometimes adopting your expression, so that the cause of justice might not suffer. Your cooperation was not only a professional courtesy, but also a personal kindness. The officers and staff of registry too deserve my deepest thanks, and particularly my private secretary, B. Vidyasagar, Rakesh Kumar Gautam, Noman Ahmad, and Aditya Gautam, and research associate Revant Kumar Singh, and bench secretaries Mahesh Kumar Sinha, Vipin Chandra, security personnel Ramanchal Yadav and Dharmendra Kumar, driver Arunendra Kumar Patak, but not least, class 4 employees Mahesh Shah, Sivakumar, and Sanatram Yadav. Their assistance in ensuring my work proceeded smoothly despite the language barrier is something I will always remember with gratitude. As returned to my home state on transfer, there is naturally a sense of comfort in returning to familiar surroundings and my mother tongue. Yet there is also a sense of parting from place where I received so much of goodwill, respect, and affection. I will carry with me not only the experience of the court, but also the warm human interaction which translated all barriers. Every farewell is a reminder of the larger truth that we are temporary custodians of an institution that is eternal. We serve for a time and then move on, but the High Court continues to stand as a beacon of justice. It is this continuity, this is the true strength of our judiciary. I leave Prayagraj with humility and gratitude. Humility because I am conscious of my limitation and the effort it took to overcome them. Gratitude because despite those limitations, I was accepted here as one of yours own. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.